Vande Mataram. Hello friends, I welcome you back to my channel Courtroom Battles. This is an exclusive channel which will be dealing with the cases and the courtroom battles in this country. If you are an aspiring lawyer, this is the channel for you. My name is Dr. Tushar Mandlekar. I did my LLM and PhD from Nagpur University and I used to teach law 10 years ago. This channel gives you exclusive insight of the judgments passed by the Honorable Supreme Court and the trending law in this country. I'll be talking about all these factors, including the provisions of the law and the judgments in this channel. Hello friends, I welcome you back to my channel Courtroom Battles. Today we are going to talk about the atrocities committed by the police at the time of arrest. As we all know, police have got powers to arrest an individual under section 41 of the CRPC, but usually it is found and observed that the powers of the police to arrest are being misused and abused. It's been long time that we have seen the complaints against the police machinery into the various courts. The Supreme Court of India has set a trend in this matter in a celebrated judgment, that is D.K. Basu. Today we are going to discuss the factors related to the D.K. Basu, which has in fact settled the law for the arrest in this country. Now police cannot do atrocities beyond the judgment given by the D.K. Basu. In every police station you will find that the judgment is displayed. So every criminal lawyer in this country must know what is D.K. Basu. Imagine this tonight, friends. As you are having a dinner with your family members, there is a knock on the door. Two policemen enter and say that you have to go with them. No reasons are quoted. You go out of the door, talk to them, and you are being forcefully handcuffed. They put you into the van and they take you forcibly to the police station. You do not know why you are being taken to police station. No reasons are given to you, but police doesn't tell you anything. You are taken to the basement of the locked door room of the police station. After 8 long hours or a miraculous night, you notice that there is a conspiracy to arrest you. So it is being told to you by the policeman that you are held for the conspiracy to kill the Prime Minister of this country. You are shocked. You have not done anything. But this is what exactly the police do with you. Then 2 constables take you to the wall, beat you mercilessly and electrocute you for no reasons. In the name of interrogation, you are being mercilessly beaten. You are told to sign somewhere on a piece of paper. And after 1 or 2 days, you are produced before the court. And then you realize that you have confessed a crime for committing a conspiracy to kill the Prime Minister of this country. Now, can you imagine a scene? This is happening with you in a democratic country like India. Yes, dear friends, this was exactly being done by the policemen in this country for years together. So this was required to be restricted somewhere, and therefore the D.K. Basu case came into picture. Now a lot of youngsters, they believe that D.K. Basu might be a prisoner. No. Kindly understand that Mr. D.K. Basu was a judge of the court who wrote a letter to the Honorable Supreme Court, and on his letter a PIL was registered. So you are arrested arbitrarily. You are mercilessly beaten in police station. You do not know why you are arrested. And then they take your confession on a blank paper. Absolutely illegal. They take you to the court and tell the magistrate that you have confessed the crime to kill the Prime Minister. In courtroom you realize what is happening with you. You do not even know what kind of list of weapons they have supplied to the Honorable Magistrate when they have stated that you have committed a crime. Now this is something which is absolutely arbitrary. Rule of law does not prevail here. It's been long time that people are complaining regarding arbitrary action of the police authorities. People are being arrested illegally, they are being framed illegally, and they are being posted into the jail unnecessarily. But powers of police to arrest under section 41 are misused for a long time. In history, it is found and observed that this is the oldest question, that who will watch the watchman? The conduct of the police needs to be governed by the rule of law. But who will watch the watchman? If a complaint is made by a prisoner or by an arrestee, who will inquire? Then how do you prove your innocence? So these are all questions which were required to be answered. So the celebrated case D.K. Basu has issued number of directions to the entire Indian police machinery. The case lasted for 10 years. And for 10 years, all the states were called upon, the data was called upon, and thereafter the judgment was delivered. So let us see what are the directions issued by the Supreme Court in D.K. Basu case. The Honorable Supreme Court gave following directions to the authorities in this country by which arrest is being controlled and governed. Number 1, the police officer who is making an arrest shall wear a badge and will display his name and designation. The identification of the police officer is required to be done. The particulars of all such police personnel who handle interrogation of the arrestee must be recorded in a register. Number 2, that the police officer carrying out the arrest shall prepare a memo of arrest at the time of the arrest, and such a memo shall be attended by at least one witness who may be either a member of the family of the arrestee or a respectable person of the locality from whom the arrest is made. It shall also be countersigned by the arrestee and shall contain time and date of arrest. So 2 things. 1, the police officer who is arresting should be identified. Number 2, there has to be an arrest memo. The police will make a memo and take a signature of the arrestee as well as signature of a witness. So these 2 things are very important at the time of arrest. Number 3, a person who has been arrested or detained and is being held in custody in police station or interrogation center or any other lockup shall be entitled to have one friend or relative or any other person known to him or having interest in his welfare being informed as soon as the arrest is made. So a person who has been arrested has a right to get information about his arrest to his beloved one. Secondly, the witness is required to be informed and the signature of the witness is also required to be taken to the police station. So a relative or a friend of a arrestee has to be informed immediately as soon as the arrest is done. Number 4, the time, place of arrest and venue of custody of an arrestee must be notified by the police officer where the next friend or relative of the arrestee lives outside the district through the legal aid organization in the district within 12 hours of the arrest. So once the arrest is done, if the relative or a friend of an arrestee resides outside the district limit of the police station, then that relative must be informed within 12 hours of the arrest. The person arrested must be made aware of this right to have someone informed of his arrest or detention as soon as he is put to arrest or detained. So person must be informed immediately at the time of arrest that he has a right to inform his relative or his friend for his arrest. Number 6. An entry must be made in the diary at the place of arrest or detention regarding the arrest of the person, which shall also disclose the name of the relative or next kin or a friend of a person who has been informed of the arrest and the names and particulars of the police officials in whose custody the arrestee is. So, a register will have to be maintained in which the entries are required to be taken. The person who has been arrested, the person who has been informed about the arrest, and the person who has arrested the person, that is the name of the police officer, shall all be recorded into a register. Number 7. The arrestee should, where he so request, also be examined at the time of his arrest, and major and minor injuries, if any present on his body, must be recorded at the same time. The inspection memo must be signed by both the arrestee and the police officer effecting the arrest, and its copy provided to the arrestee. So there is a necessity of inspection of the body of the arrestee. If there is some injury mark, that must be written into that arrest memo. Number 8. The moment a person is arrested, what is required to be done immediately is a medical checkup by a doctor. So we nowadays find that the person who has been arrested is taken to the government medical college and the doctors inspect him, and there is a report, that is medical examination report. That is because of the direction number 8. Number 9. Copies of all the documents, including the memo of the arrest referred to above, should be sent to the local magistrate for the record. Once the process is completed, what is being required to be done by the police officer is to send the entire record of the arrest along with the medical examination to the local magistrate. Then, the arrestee may be permitted to meet a lawyer during interrogation, though not throughout the interrogation. Now this is important. At the time of interrogation, it is found and observed that police are mercilessly beating the person who is arrested. So he has a right to get his advocate at the time of interrogation. Number 11. A police control room should be provided at all districts and state headquarters where information regarding the arrest and the place of custody of the arrestee shall be communicated by the police officers carrying the arrest within 12 hours of effecting the arrest at the police control room. So any conspicuous action of the police is required to be recorded now. The moment the arrest is done, the police control room is required to be informed. That is number 11. The idea of these directions was to prevent the pitiable situation where the police would pick up a suspect and do whatever they want to do with him, with nobody knowing where he had been taken, whose custody he was in, whether some kind of writ has been filed, or who the relevant officers were. The police could no longer weaponize their silence, but this was required to be controlled at any point of time. So the Honorable Supreme Court in D.K. Basu case has in fact silenced the all illegal actions of the police. Now in real time, we find that every action of the police at the time of arrest is being recorded and is being documented. Initially, this entire procedure was never described into IPC or CRPC, although there were powers of the police authorities to arrest under section 41, but these powers were being misused and abused by the police authorities over the period of time, and these directions are being displayed in every police station in this country. So anybody who is arrested or who is being arrested must know all these directions, which eventually give the rights of the arrestee to know. So we have seen, dear friends, that Honorable Supreme Court has come into picture and in fact set a trend in this country to avoid the arbitrary arrest of an individual. The liberty of the person is required to be protected. Article 19 and Article 21, that is right to life and right to freedom. Both the articles are required to be protected. So the arrest, when it is made, the freedom is taken away. But the manner in which the person is arrested is required to be controlled because of these directions. So I think this video will give you a brief history and the correct factual position about the procedure of the arrest, how it is to be made, in what manner it is to be made, and these are compelling directions of the Supreme Court. So mind well, dear friends, if you are a lawyer please know that your client has got certain rights because of the DK Basu judgment. Let us thank the Honorable Supreme Court and let us thank Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi for this courtroom battle which has resulted into relief to a number of persons in this country regarding illegal arrest. Thank you so much. Vande Mataram. Jai Hind.